Okay, I'm live here with Assimilate C++. Let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and dive right in. And to start with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a repo again using code spaces. Let's get in here and let's call this Assimilate CPP. And we'll say build a C++ let's get this thing cooking. Add a README C++. There we go. C++. License Creative Commons. Perfect. Right. So we got this set up. Let's also do what I've been doing before is code spaces, pre-builds. Got that cooking. There you go. Great. Nice. Okay, got that going. Next, what I'm going to do is build a code space that's a very powerful code space because C++ can use all of these resources when we're compiling software. So this will be fun. I haven't done a ton of C, although I have written commercial applications in Objective-C, and I've done a little bit of C, but I'm not a C++ expert at all. So this will be a beginner C++ for me. And let's see what happens. It'll be interesting because when I do the gitignore, I think it loads extensions that are related to your gitignore file, which is kind of exciting, actually. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what extensions get loaded. Python, all that stuff, which is kind of weird that they would load that, but C++. There we go. That's what we want. And what does this do? What? IntelliSense, code browsing. What does this do? Popular extensions. Sure. Themes. Okay. I guess anything that's, oh, I see. It's good enough. Anything that's actually in official Microsoft, I'd probably try. This looks good. And then if we take this out, probably makefile as well. Okay, got this cooking. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to, that's in one, what we'll do is build a hello world. Build a hello world C++ app. All right. So where do I start here? I mean, I guess I could just do Google C++ hello world VS Code. See if they have any. Here we go. C++. We got it. C++. So what do they want us to do? So select. We did this. We did this. When you open a C++ file, so let's put this as some docs here. This would probably be helpful. The documentation, say reference, VS Code, docs. Oh, you know what else I'm missing? I'm like, Copilot. That's right. So I'm going to add Copilot. That actually might make me like an okay C++ programmer. So Copilot. There we go. I'm going to do nightly because I want the bleeding edge. And then I'm going to do install. There we go. And then if I go to installed, we can just add all this. Add to dev container. And I'm going to pick the universal here. Is there a C++? Huh. So this is develop C++ on Linux. Interesting. C++. I mean, why not? Let's try it. Let's be bold here. Install CMake version different when the base. And what else would I want to install? GitHub Actions locally. That's interesting. I didn't know about that. Any other tools here. I don't Vim. Yeah, I do want Vim. Oh, there we go. I didn't know that was there. YAML lint. That looks kind of cool. What else? Terraformer task. C++. C. Okay. No, let's just do those. And let's again look at the let's look at this Docker file real quick. What's it going to do? So it says, oh, I see. Reinstall CMake, optionally install. Do I want to reinstall CMake? See, I don't know enough about this to know if I should or not. It sounds dicey, but I guess. And then what do we got here? We have YAML lint, VS Code, C++ tools. But yeah, I need to now go back to extensions and load all these in. So we're going to say add to dev container, add to dev container. Wish there was an easier way to do this. Add to dev container, add to dev container, add to dev container, add to dev container, add to dev container. Okay, let's add all those. The rest I don't care about. Okay, so let's go to this. Okay, see, we have all these things here now. So let's say get status, add readme, get add dev container, adding C++ template or dev container. Okay, here we go. Let's push this. All right, it's looking good. And if I rebuild this, it should rebuild. And then if I go to pre-builds, did I set this up already? Yeah, we did. So this is queued. It's going to start rebuilding these things. Great. So now I get to see what's going to happen about it installing CMake and all this other stuff. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Now, while this is building, I'm going to go look at what they want. When you open or create it, it's going to do that, which is nice. Installing compiler. So C++ must be compiled, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I check if you have a compiler installed. So the GCC is this one. The Clang is this one. If you don't have a compiler installed, yeah, I think we want, I would assume Clang here is the one we want. And then we're going to do a Hello World next. Okay, great. So this is good. I like this. It's a nice little Hello World and everything for us. Yeah, what I'm curious, I guess I could Google Clang, install Clang, code spaces. VS Code for Clang. Nope, not on OS 10. For what's this as a reference as well, in case I need it. But okay, so references, add a bunch of these reference code spaces for C++. Okay, and let's do it. Let's first look at the Hello World. So create a file called Hello World CPP with the new button. Let's do it. Let's go here, file, new. What? I don't know what that did, but file, Oh, I did new window. It's a new file. There you go. And we're going to call this one Hello World CPP. And we're going to put it right here. Okay. And then inside of there, we're going to paste in some Hello World code. This looks pretty simple. There we go. So we got Hello World code. Next up, we're going to save it by doing Command S. So let's save it. There we go. It's saved. Now to build it, say select terminal run build task. Okay. It lets you select which compiler you want. Okay, so let's go to terminal run build. Okay, so this will be shift command B. So I'm going to try that. There we go. Look at this claim detected. I'm assuming now I don't know what the difference is between these different compilers. So hopefully it tells me. So it says this will, if you're using GCC toolset, you want to use this. Which one do I use? Compiler cl.exe. I mean, I really don't know which compiler I should use, but so this one just says Clang. But what's this? What's Clang plus plus? And then what's Clang plus plus minus 11? Is that C plus plus 11? Let's just pick this one. All right. And linker. Well, that didn't work. So maybe that's not the right compiler. So let's do, how about Clang plus plus? Oh, well, that terminal, press any key to close it. So that compiler appeared to work. And then to run it, we just do /hello because it created a binary. So let's just do that. /hello. It's the backslash is the wrong. Well, there we go. So I guess I need to put this documentation here that says use Clang plus plus. Although, I mean, this one looks, let's try it. Let's see if that one works. Oh, that one works. And then if I do hello world, does it still compile? It does. So I'm going to say here, so basically create a hello world .cpp. And compile. I'll just put the hello world code in there. So let's grab this stuff like that, triple quote. We'll just say CPP. There we go. And then compile by using Shift plus Command B. Select Clang plus or Clang plus 11. And then run your code. So you do /hello world. So that did appear to work. What else do they got for me here? So now what's the terminal version? If I just go to the terminal, does that work? Can I say GCC or Clang? There's Clang plus. Is there a Clang what? Oh, I see. So there's Clang plus plus 11. Let's try that. Let me try to do it from the command line. So Clang plus plus. Let's do hello world. That worked. Oh, there we go. So that works. Oh, so it created a.out because, so now if I do a.out, there you go. So you can also do the out file by doing the -o just to help. So holy smokes, there's a lot of options here. Okay, how about help rep out out file? There we go. So we can call the out file anything we want. So we could say alternately do the following. We would do this. We would do playing 11 hello world dash o hello world CLI, something like that. There you go. And then if I go hello world CLI, perfect. There we go. So that's kind of cool. So I can do it now. I know how to do it both ways. I'm kind of more of a command line person than a build system in the editor, but I like both. And then you would just do that. So we would do quotes again, bash. Here we go. Not bad. So I guess the next thing to do would be, well, I mean, I got things working, which is pretty cool. And I guess I could check all this in, although the binaries are not great to check in. I'm not sure what the convention is to ignore binaries, but if I say get status, what appears? Yeah, C, because hello world still shows up. Do you typically name it something so you know? Well, actually, let's look at the get ignore. If compiled object files, I see. So maybe if I call it .o, is that the convention that people use typically for all C++ is .o? I mean that's the default. I guess I could Google that real quick and just say like default file extension C++ compiled. What do we care about? The object files are linked to executable, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what. Flip a coin, Unix. But I want to know what is the convention? Oh, what's the default extension? What's Win for C++ in compiled? Not the source code. Is C++. Let's see, like out.o. Well, I'll figure that out later. But I mean, if I would have named these things a certain name, see, this is compiled object files, compiled libraries, precompiled headers. Oh, executable. I guess exe, right? Exe or no, out, dot out. There we go, dot out. It's even telling me, or app. So that would be a better name actually. So let's change this to the output would be hello world dot app. There we go. That's kind of a better solution here, right? Perfect. And then we do hello world dot app. Then I can get rid of this because if I remove the hello world CLI here, I also remove hello world. And if I say get status, it shouldn't check this in. Exactly. So it's going to ignore those binaries. I don't want to have a bunch of binaries checked into source control. Perfect. So let's say get status, get add, and commit. Hello world. Good stuff. Kind of annoying though that the build is making binaries that are not with a extension like that. But what do I know? I guess the next thing is let's try to do something a little bit more fancy other than a hello world. And I mean, one of the things I typically do would be to build a phrase repeater, but I don't know how to do that. But let's try it. Let's just say phrase repeater. I don't know what the convention is for C++ as well. Like, is there like a tutorial for C++ just to see like what do they want to call files? Learn program. How about that? Other coding and this. Start coding tutorials. Here we go. Tutorials. No. C++ tutorial. Pick one from Microsoft. Here we go. See, this is what I want. Let's put this into the docs. Tutorial. Microsoft tutorial. There we go. Microsoft tutorial. All right. So getting started. Oh, ooh, I like this. That's what I want. I want to do a console calculator. How did you know what I wanted to do? So we're going to follow this tutorial here. Tutorials. And so next up, I'm going to build. Let's do this. So get started. Do that. And then for here, this is going to be build a console app in C++. Console calculator app. That's exactly something like that. Like I just want some kind of console-based application. So this is what we're going to do. So create a new app. So Visual Studio uses projects to organize the code. Oh, this is Visual Studio. That's not Visual Studio Code. This could be an issue then. Let's see. VS Code. Can I do it from the terminal though? Edit the code. Add a class. So this is kind of interesting. I mean, I do like Visual Studio, but how would I do this same thing? How would I do the same thing inside of Visual Studio Code? Let's see here. Visual Studio. What about VS Code? Yeah, it'll be a little probably less powerful. Well, let's see if how far I can get. So let's just say like calc.cpp. And I think I should be able to follow along regardless. If I go back to this. Okay, so we're not going to do their template here, but to start off with, let's just copy this code and let's just see what we can do. So a calculator app, this file contains main function. So let's again build this thing. So we'll do build and we're going to do the C++. Uh-oh. So it didn't like that. So we're going to have to go build. I think we're going to need the 11. There we go. So that did work. If I do calc We got hello world. So run the program. So we can debug as well, which is nice to know. Okay, tips for in the future. Well, we don't need any of that for debug. I probably want that comment. So now we need to convert this thing to a calculator. So what are the key path? Let's just do that. What are the key things I care about here? Probably, let's see here. So in the calculator, run the console app, see out, return. So let's look what we got. So we're changing things around a little bit. So let's recompile it. I mean, this is slower to me, especially calc. That. There we go. So we got a little bit more stuff inside of here. And I have to admit, I'm kind of a make type of a person here. So like it's killing me that I have to do the build system this way, but we'll keep going. So what does it say? The include is reference located. This is the namespace. The cout is used to print it out. Okay, all statements have to end with semicolon. So let's do the math code now. So classes, blah, 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 blah. So we need to create a header file. So let's build a calculator.h. Calculator.h. So we build this header file here, calculator.h. All right. And let's throw this in. Okay, got a header file there. And then in calculator H, remove calculator and calculator lines that were generated since you won't need them. So we just want that. Next, add the following. Next, add the following lines that goes to the new file. Looks like this. I think that's what I got. Yeah, I think that's what I got. Okay, so now let's just double check. Calculator. Well, what did I call this other file? Oh, this is. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. This is gonna really screw me up if I name this thing the wrong thing. So I'm gonna rename, move calc CPP to calculator tutorial CPP. There you go. Let's help. And then we're gonna RM calc. Right. So next, we got that code. We got the header file. A pop-up appears. So in the calculator, now switch to in the editor window. So, oh, I see. So we need a calculator CPP file. So let's do that. Definitely making it harder than if it was in Visual Studio. Calculator .cpp. There you go. Paste this guy in. So include the header file. We have a calculate that is just going to do the basically our calculations. That makes sense. And these are just declaring types. To call the calculator class member, let's update the main in the calculator tutorial. So what we're going to do is we're going to include that header file. And then once we've got the header file, we should be able to include the calculate there. So let's do that. Let's go back to tutorial. Let's throw that inside. Okay. So we got all that. We got so now we have to say press Control F5 to rebuild the app. So this is what's weird is that well, not really, but let's compile this thing. Is that I would have to do. Let's just do history tail. So I'm going to do history. I'm going to do this. There's a couple files here. That's what I'm kind of curious about. Is it smart enough to compile everything? Or what does this do? Playing plus calculator tutorial. And dash O would be tutorial.app. Does this work? No. So how do you compile multiple files C++? That's the next thing. So how to compile multiple C++ files. C++ files. Let's say you have a few. Oh, you list them all after the main. You can even do that. Okay. So it's just a lot of work is the answer. So we do that. And then we also do the calculator .cpp. There we go. How does that work? Whoa. I'm a C++ programmer. Isn't that smart? The operation 5 plus 5. Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna say that this is victory. Pretty cool. And I mean, I got a tutorial working, but let's say get status. Check this in. So let's say get. Actually, add this VS Code, which is really annoying here. Let's ignore this. That's get status. Get add. Ignore. Get status. Get add everything. Okay. Get commit. Working calculator app. Calculator app in C++. All right, this is a good sign. This is maybe I will be able to do some stuff in C++. I think I have a feeling it's going to be a very, very long journey, but that's the start. So yeah, I can do the history here so I don't forget this, which is what did I run? In that, I ran it from the terminal. So compile your code, compile calculator for application, and then which was not bad. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna call this a victory. And actually, before I push this, let me just put the lesson 2 for the future. What would I want to do? So let's see if we can lesson 2. Like, can I speed up compilation? Like, why do I need all of these terminal commands? I use make. Sure, there's some kind of cool makefile stuff you can do. And then build a phrase repeater. Build a phrase repeater. And there you go. That's my to do in a couple weeks. So we'll get add readme, get commit, adding do. There we go. And let's push. Excellent. Kind of working. All right. So a couple weeks, I'll keep going. See you next